What's going on, YouTube? This your boy Q from the Light at the End of the Tunnel channel. And today we gonna be getting active. Today we gonna be talking about just being okay. And more importantly, it's okay to be alone. And I'm not necessarily talking about relationships alone. I'm talking about just being okay with yourself being alone, if that makes any sense. I'm about to break it down though. Some of us cannot stand to be alone. That's why if you're in a relationship and you have a spouse or you have a significant other and they're at work and you're at your house or apartment alone, then you got the music blasting, you're playing the game, you're in Netflix, you're Hulu, like you got some sort of distraction going on. And you know why? Because if you was to turn all of the noise and all of the outside distractions, if you turn all of that off, then that means it would be nothing but silence. It would be you in silence alone. And a lot of us cannot handle the silence. It drives us nuts. It drives us crazy, and I believe my message, what I'm trying to drive home is we have to be okay with the silence. I'm gonna use me for an example. For me, I love the silence. I'm in love with the silence because I want to be able to hear my brain, my thoughts processing. I want to be able to get my subconscious rolling on a subconscious level. I need to be able to take notes, read this, filter, process what I just read. I need to be able to think about, okay, I'm going to get up, I'm going to do laundry, clean up, take run, gym, get grocery shop, let me vacuum the floor, let me take the trash out, but guess what? When I have all of this music and all of this other distractions and stuff going on, it's almost as if I can't think. I can't even hear my own thoughts. I can't even clear my mind. It's so much stuff going on to where I can't even process or filter what is happening. So for me, I love the silence. Maybe a little bit too much. Guys just go, yo, Q, we about to go. No, I'm staying in tonight, man. I'm kicking back. Maybe I need to get out more. I don't want to be around just, and I believe that comes from a lot of what I said in one of my previous videos. I've learned to protect my essence. I have learned to protect my energy, my aura, my freedom, my lifestyle. I've grown to protect those things, those qualities, which I endure so much. And so that's the message. I want us all to be able to be able to embrace the silence, because in silence is where you get this is when you get the most rawest form of qualities of being able to think. This is, it's really simple. When you got a lot of distractions going on, you can't even process and filter what's going on. It has to be silent. You got to be able to be quiet for that stuff to work. And so for me, I've learned to embrace it. I cherish the silence. Sometimes and don't get me wrong, sometimes we get, you got to get up, you got to go to work, lunch break, you had to leave the lunch break, you had to get off. It's so much stuff going on to where, the day in and day out, of the hustle and bustle of the everyday work life, the everyday work struggle. You look up and you really haven't had a moment of deep meditation in months, literally in months. Life is just crammed up and packed with all distractions. Some of us is out here living lives that's all packed with distractions. We're just a walking distraction. Some of us are walking distractions. You understand what I'm saying? And all of that is energy as well. So, for some of us, we can see it and, what up? Go the other way, because you're just a walking distraction. And so we got to be mindful of those things, man. We got to be mindful of those things. We got to be mindful that we want to make sure we're staying productive. It's okay to be productive, in society and the social media and the media and all of this. It's okay to be productive. It's okay for you to be busy on a topic. It's okay for you to be working on a project. It's okay for you, if you got something going on, it's okay for you to have something going on. It's okay. And for me, I try to make sure I'm going to keep something going on at all times. No matter what the situation is, I want to make sure I'm constantly working on something. More specifically, the betterment of self. I'm always trying to make sure I'm being a better version of me. You understand what I'm saying? That's another portion of the message. We all want to make sure we're always trying to be a better version of ourselves. That's the best that we can offer anybody. Because at the end of the day, I'm really no good to anyone else if I am not operating at optimum performance. I want to make sure that I'm maximizing my worth and I'm operating at optimum performance. Does that make sense? And so, in other words, I'm no good to you if I'm in reality no good to me. I need to be good to me. You understand what I'm saying? And one of the best key ways for me to be good to me is to embrace the silence. I need to be able to embrace the silence. I need to be able to sit, think, filter, process, calculate, study, research. Let me decipher the information. I need to be able to do these things because without these qualities, I'm no good. I'm no good. I'm no good for anybody. I'm no good to myself, and I'm no good for anybody else. And so, we just want to be mindful of that. That at the end of the day, it's okay to be in silence, to embrace the silence. It's okay to be alone. A lot of us is waiting for that text back right now. She never texts back, man. Left me on scene on the gram. She left me on red. It's okay to be. It's okay. It's all right. You understand what I'm saying? We're waiting for the text back. We're waiting for come on, let's pull up. You trying to pull up? Pull up. I'm about to I'm not doing none of that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm busy tonight. I got something going on. True indeed that there is a balance to it. There is a balance. For me, I believe it's a little bit one-sided. I keep it one-sided. I don't want a healthy balance of distractions and then peace. For me, distractions is more of a uneasy, high anxiety, it's kind of an office feeling and things like that. When I'm in silence, I'm at peace. I'm calm. The serenity, it's serene. I'm at tranquility. I'm at peace. You understand what I'm saying? I can think. I'm relaxed. When I'm at peace, when it's in silence, when I get the silence, I'm just, it's a feeling that comes over me when I'm just sitting in silence. I'm so serious. It's a feeling that comes over me when I'm sitting in silence, when the phone is on vibrate, when all of the devices are either on do not disturb or on vibrate or off. It's a feeling that comes over me. You understand what I'm saying? And I either drift off to a peaceful sleep, or I'll sit there and drift into a deep state of meditation, which is the state of no mind. So I'll either drift off into a state of meditation, or I'll drift off into sleep. And once I drift off, that's another topic for another video. But when I do drift off into sleep, a lot of times I'll be living in my dream. Now I'm living what I have been visualizing, and that's actually formulating the process of manifestation. That's a whole nother video, and we gonna get in there. I promise you, we gonna get in there. But that's what happens, and some of us never even get to experience that because of the distractions. You understand what I'm saying? The everyday hustle and bustles of life. You never really have experienced that, and you never understand that because your life is a walking distraction. And my whole purpose of this video today was to be able to let the listeners know that it's okay to embrace the silence, because in silence, it's a moment of peace, and it's a moment of being able to process your thoughts and being able to filter, and the subconscious is at rest. It's at ease. It doesn't have to really do, the distractions and loud music and things like that. For me, you're kind of on edge. It makes you on edge a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? It's night and day. It's night and day. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's that was the meaning of this video, man, was just to try to drive that point home, was to be able to let the listeners know that it's okay with being okay, and it's okay with embracing the silence. As a matter of fact, it's an old saying that someone once told me a while ago, a long time ago, and I forget the situation, what was going on. I can't remember the exact situation, but I do remember his reply back to me. Something had happened, and I was like, man, what you think I should say back? You know what he told me? He said, let the silence speak. And, at that moment, it didn't mean anything to me. You understand what I'm saying? Until I got older and I started to cherish the precious time of silence that I was getting. And that's when it resonated. When I played it back, they say hindsight is 20/20. When it came back, and I kept it in my pocket. I saved it until that time presented itself. And when it did, I pulled those jewels out of my pocket, and it was there. Let the silence speak. See, the silence speaks volumes. You understand what I'm saying? That's also another video. But this has been Q from the Light at the End of the Tunnel channel, man. Y'all stay tuned.